for this wonderful initiative. My name is Sandeep Bhargav and I'm the ex-founding CEO of Studio 18 and Viacom 18 and Priyanka Chopra's Purple Pebble Pictures. I'm currently an advisor to Sanjay Dutt Productions and also the co-founder of Third Eye Cinema Fund and an independent media and entertainment consultant. Madhushri, my family and I are doing well, and I hope you are staying home safe and are doing well too. The lockdown has hugely impacted the film industry, and it's not going to be an easy time for many months to come. Even when the lockdown opens, the shooting schedules are going to be in a topsy-turvy state for a very long time. All the dates of the stars have gone for a toss. The crews, the technicians, the dates have gone for a toss on one side. That has pushed and that will push the budgets up, so that there's going to be a cost escalation for every film and every producer and every studio on one side. That's going to add up to the cost. On the other side, when the multiplexes do open, there is going to be a rush for the film releases. Now, what that means is that yes, the bigger films will find a release date, but the smaller films may not find a release date. And even if they do find a release date, there are going to be so many films releasing on every weekend that the smaller films will release and nobody will even come to know that the film released. It is going to tantamount, that is going to end up in huge losses for the studios or the producers. This is exactly what happened, if you remember, in early 2009 when the multiplexes and the producers were on a strike. When the strike was sorted out, all of a sudden so many films released every weekend. Most of the films ended up not performing well at the box office. The films did not get the due at the box office. My fear is that exactly the same thing is going to happen. So ET estimate of 250-300 crores is probably an underestimate. My thing is that if you add the losses that you're going to incur or the studios are going to incur on the production side as well as on the distribution side are going to be far bigger. See, audiences will take time to get back into the theaters. It's not going to be so easy to get back the audiences into the multiplexes, into the theaters. And even for the government, it's going to be a very low priority. That could be the hotspots. So for the studios and the producers, it's going to be a very tricky situation. Especially for the big films, they will have to take a very calculated risk. They will not want to release any big film till they have the confidence of the audience or till the time the audience starts coming back into the theaters. Because if they release the big films at a time when the audience is not willing to come into the theaters, there's a very good chance that even the big films like an 83 or a Suryavanshi could bomb in spite of the content being very good. So the release of the films will have to be very well planned. But the question is, how long will the studios, how long can the producers hold back these big films because their cash flows are stuck? So it's a catch-22 situation for the studio, it's a catch-22 situation for the producers, because on one side the cash flows are stuck, on the other side they will have the films, they will need the cash flows to put the other films on floor. So it's going to be a very tricky situation. But it's these small and the mid-sized films that are going to suffer the most, because whenever they release, at whatever time they release, they will suffer the most, because if they release too soon, there will be nobody to come and watch them. If they release if they release later on, they'll be washed out in the rush of the big films. As far as the question of the film budgets of the films under production, nothing much can be done, because in fact my fear is those film budgets are likely to go up, because as I said earlier, there is going to be a mayhem as far as the dates of the stars are concerned, dates of the technicians, dates of the crew is concerned. Hence, in all likelihood, the budgets cannot be brought down. In all likelihood, the budgets are going to go up. I think yes, this is going to accelerate the release of films on the digital platform. And if you see, almost every big production house, including even some of the big studios, have spun off a separate division focusing on digital content. And very soon you'll see a lot of the smaller films and the mid-sized films releasing only on digital platforms. So yes, this is a new trend that's going to begin very soon. Coming to the question of the multiplex tickets, multiplexes reducing the ticket price, unlikely, because multiplex themselves after this are going to go through their own issues. They made very recently, I saw a memorandum which they've sent to the government asking for some soaps. So unlikely that they are likely to reduce their prices. So I don't think so. So post-COVID, I see a huge change in the way consumers consume content. I see more and more consumers consuming content digitally. And if you look at India, most of the international OTT platforms have entered India. Some of them are likely to enter India later in the later half of the year. Most of the national digital platforms are increasing their footprint. In the last 1.5 years, if you see, most of your big production houses or even the studios have set up their digital production arms. So today, most of your production houses are focusing on digital content. There will be a huge requirement for digital content in the coming years. And what this COVID has done is it has changed the way the consumers are going to consume digital content. More and more consumers are going to be consuming content digitally. So the requirement for content is going to increase substantially. I see this as huge potential for investors. This is a great time for the investors to now invest in digital content, in digital content companies. Investors were always wary of investing into films because they saw films as a slightly risky business because it came with the theatrical risk, how the films will do well, whether the films will do well at the box office. The films always came with the risk of the theatrical revenues. But digital content does not come with the risk of any theatrical revenues. So this is a great time for the investors to invest in digital content companies, and I think they can be guaranteed of a return of at least about 15 to 20% per annum. So it's a great time for the investors, and it's a great opportunity for investors in media and entertainment.